All right, we're here at the bayou, and yes, this is an actual bayou, just concrete placed around it for the sake of the buildings. And we're gonna try to cast net some bait. All right, because people always wanna know, this is how I do it. Loop a finger through, take about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. Second finger, make a loop. Third finger, make a loop. And then the fourth, I like to gather all this up in the same hand I'm looping my fingers through with. Grab a handful of this net so you can pick it up off the ground without touching. Make a triangle, point A, B, C. Then you're gonna swing with your right hand. Okay. Yes, got a couple in that one. Good ones too. This is a good mullet. One of my favorite things that people say to me when I'm doing this is, bro, you gotta spin in a full circle to throw the net. I don't know if you can see the slope gradient on these concrete walls here, but nobody's gonna be doing a full circle without ending up in the water. Ooh. Yep, fish. Oh, just mullet, but that's still okay. Always get them up to the top flat part. I like to bring him up to where it shelves out flat. That way, if he gets out of the net somehow, he's not going straight back in the water. Yep, there's something. All right. Oh, just a itty bitty mullet. Look at that. Little finger mullet. We don't need those. Itty bitty mullet. Need a couple of more decent sized ones. One carp, maybe one good sized tilapia. I'm gonna say 3 more good sized mullet. They're all over there. They're all on the far side. That's what they do. And yes, I could walk into this, but I don't want to. Ah, that was a terrible throw. Big tangle. Still got something though. Oh, unreal. I made the worst throw of the day and we got all the bait we need. How about that? As you can see, I'm in a different shirt now. So we had an entire day of fishing with the bait that you saw me catch unsuccessfully. The bayou was just so stagnant. The water was green in that spot, and that almost never happens. So we've come out to a new spot closer to the ship channel. I'm hoping that flow of salt water with the tide in and out help this water kind of stay a little bit more lively, if you will. Everyone asks me what kind of rods I use. I use Denali bottom feeders for this. They're the best gar rod that you can get. And on one, I'm using a mullet with a big circle hook. And on the other, big piece of mullet, but a very small assist hook. Two very, very different, but very, very valid and safe methods of catching alligator gar. Very, very small J or assist hook, or a large, slightly bent out circle hook that will work with a bit of a modified technique that I've kind of, I guess, invented. So let's get them out there. They're both good setups, so let's hope a gar takes one of them. Watch the lines there. There we go, nice cast. That'll probably end up about there. The tide is moving. Look at the movement of the tide. You can see that dust rushing over that pipe, really accentuating the movement of the current. So it might end up a little bit further down, actually. That's one out. Try to get the other one a little bit downstream. I like that little spot with the overhangs right there. So we've got that dock and the pillars. It's going to provide a lot of structure. And then we've got those overhangs, those big rocks next to it. Bit of a risk being so close to the bridge. When a gar runs, if he goes beyond something like that, you're in trouble. But I think with a quicker hook set, we can get them. Second bait, I'm going to try to go right there. It'll probably end up there with the current. Gotta watch out for that. not bad, not bad. It'll probably sink, hit the bottom right about there. Oh, finally, finally. That feels like a good fish. He's moving quick, he's moving quick. I debated moving spots. I'm glad I did not go with that option. Look at him go, look at him go. He's moving. Yep. Okay, we're on. We're on. Finally. Finally. Don't know what it is yet. We got a lot of slack in the water. He was going upstream that whole time. Oh, okay. Probably a gar. Yep. Yep. That's gonna be what this is. Or it's a damn good catfish. That's the thing. You have this, you know, in my brain I want to catch alligator gar, but when you hook into something that's decently heavy and it starts pulling drag, you think to yourself, you know, if it's a catfish, that'd be actually a giant fish. This feels like a decent one. I mean, doing this a long time, you know, routinely catch fish well into the 150-ish, 200-pound weight. And I've caught one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. So when I say it's decent, I mean, oh, there he is right there. In regards to getting a fish on film, this will be a decent one worth filming, is what that means. He is a gar, I saw him come up. Nice. Oh, there he goes again. Oh, there he goes, there he goes, there he goes, making a run. Ah, come here. Turn the drag down just a little bit. This one's fighting with a good amount of weight to his, he's got a good amount of weight to his fight. Alligator gar, there he is. Oh yeah, there's a nice little burst. He's going for it, man. He wants nothing to do with me. I'm using the medium heavy Denali rod. I usually save the heavy action for when I know, oof, this guy's having a go. I save the heavy action for when I know the fish might be over 150. It's unlikely in this area, so we're going medium heavy today. There's his tail. He's coming in sideways. Why are you doing that? There he, oh, there he goes, there he goes. I was gonna say, he was drifted in sideways like we foul hooked him, but I think he had just swum over the leader. Oh, there he is. Man, he's putting up a good little fight. He's putting up a good little fight. Now, interestingly, if you go back through my YouTube channel, you'll see I recently caught a bunch of white sturgeon. This is the first alligator gar I've caught since going on that trip for sturgeon. And while these fish are still very strong and powerful, it is, oh, shit. They're not, they don't compare to the sturgeon at all. Wow, 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 wow. He found something though. I felt the line, ooh, popping over a snag there. You can always feel it. It has this nasty little hum, almost like a violin string, if you will. That's why I use the, oh, again, he's trying to go around something. That's why I use the monofilament. Damn, I think he's found a snag. God. Okay, let's give him a little bit of slack, see if he swims out of it for us. And he did, good. Never try to force him through the snag. Give him a bit of slack, let him swim their way out. I actually think I might have foul hooked him. Or he's just wrapped himself in the leader. I don't know. It's interesting. Let's get our rope. He is coming in. He's a beautiful one. He's nice and dark. There we go. I don't have my lariat today. I forgot to grab the lariat. So, hey, that's a nice one. He's a little bigger than I thought he was gonna be, honestly. I cannot tell if we have foul hooked this fish or if he is just wrapped around the leader. If we foul hooked him, there's always a chance he's gonna pop off, which sucks, but it is, oh yeah, we foul hooked him, damn. So the hook is going through a scale on his belly. That would explain, even though he's a good fish, look at him. That would explain why he's fighting above his weight. There's a good chance he'll pop off here. So hopefully you guys can see that fish, just in case this landing does not go as planned. This is where the lariat would come in handy. No, come here, come here. The good thing is unhooking him is going to be easy. This is where you want the lariat, because the lariat just has that bit of stiffness to it. So it can hold its form while you put it around them. There we go. Okay. There we go. Got him. Got him. Look at that. So, more than likely what happened is he had taken the bait and had not ingested it. So when I pulled the hook tight, the hook came through the bait. The bait was probably not all the way in his mouth, and just hooked him in the scale along the side. Not ideal, but hey, at least we got the entire hook back, which is always nice. Let me oh, he's a pretty one. Beautiful fish. Really pretty. He's gonna kick a little bit, I think. When I pick him up, he's already trying to flex. That's how you can always tell, is you can feel them flex their body when they're getting ready to kick. It's like a tell that they have. Beautiful fish. Look how dark he is. I love that. This one has a deep olive green colors to him. Really pretty fish. Really pretty fish. Look at the coloration. They can take being out of the water longer than most fish, but that's not an excuse to hold them out longer than necessary. Look at him, he's already ready to go. All right, go ahead. Loosen this rope on him. Get out here, buddy. He's already going. Look at that. That's nice to have. So just a bit of a further explanation, if you will, on what I was using. That is an assist hook. It's the kind of thing you would have on a jig that you drop down off a boat, like if you were wreck fishing for snapper. Really strong hooks, really sharp, very small. And you just stretch them, or I prefer to stretch them out just a little bit so they're not bent back on themselves. And they will hook gar a lot easier. Now, in an ideal world, that fish would have taken the bait a little bit deeper, and I would have set the hook with that hook right about here somewhere. I would have used needle nose pliers to pop it out. What probably happened is the fish had that bait crosswise in his mouth, like this, right at the end of his snout, and the hook was probably over here. See how it's hanging right there? That's probably how it was actually doing. So when I set the hook, when I pulled tight, it would have popped past his mouth and then just hooked the scale on his side. That's why people are always like, bro, why do you wait so long to set the hook? That's usually why. It takes him a little bit longer to ingest it than what you just saw. The reason I did it so quickly is because there's a lot of snags over here. I thought he was going for that boat. He was actually going to the left, and the line was curving out. We still got him though. We still got the hook back. That's gonna do it for us today. Finding the fish has been a lot more difficult in the bayous over the last couple of months than it normally has been. It's just so hot, the water's so stagnant and so low that these fish are moving out towards deeper waters, which present their own problems in fishing. When you go out to bigger, deeper waters, it's hard to locate where the fish are gonna be. But I'm glad we got one, and it was a nice one too. Just gorgeous, deep, dark olive colors on him. Sometimes you get them a little bit lighter than that, and they kind of have this more of a almost brown bordering on this like tawny color, like tan color. But that deep olive green is just gorgeous when you see it. Anyway, definitely check out the link I'll put down below in a pinned comment if you want to pick up these rods, the Denali bottom feeders. These are what I use for alligator gar and catfish, and I'm starting to use them for sharks too. If you want to use my code right here, you'll get 20% off, which is a significant amount. Anyway, check out some of the other videos that we have on our channel if you want to see some truly gigantic fish being caught with these rods. More is coming, stay tuned, and I will see you guys later.